Welcome back to Edgework here on the Hammer Betting Network, a daily live NHL show Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Today is Wednesday, May 24th, and we have a game in a series here facing elimination. Carolina Hurricanes going up against the Florida Panthers here tonight, looking to face off and avoid being swept here in the conference finals, in the Eastern Conference Finals. And if you're looking around between the NBA, the NHL, a couple different teams that have put themselves in positions to sweep the opponent. And finally, last night, the Boston Celtics avoided themselves, making that series 3-1. But the Vegas Golden Knights go up 3-0 on the Dallas Stars. Moretto, what happened last night with the Dallas Stars for that thing to get away from them so quickly and for this series to get away from them the way that it did?
They didn't start the game. I mean, they took a page right out of their captain's book, and he set the tone, and they followed suit. Obviously, they were down 1-0 already when Ben kind of lost his cool, but what an idiot! I don't know. I mean, your back's against the wall, like your series on the line basically, and I get Mark Stone has a very punchable face. I can see that, I feel that, but keep your shit together. Set an example for your team here. You've never won a cup. You're getting into your older age here, I guess we can say, for an NHL player. You're getting late into the twilight of his career. You're chasing a cup. You're in a very decent position to go and get one. Obviously facing a must-win game. To lose your cool like that, just completely inexcusable. And you don't recover from something like that. I think you lose your captain early. Dadonov goes out too. You're down 2 forwards, down a few goals. Ottinger just hasn't quite been the guy they needed him to be either. It's just everything just kind of went wrong. It's almost like losing those first 2 games, coin flip kind of games. They had a chance to potentially be up 2-0 in the series, at least get a split. You don't get that, and it's almost like they just sort of collapsed, with the what could have been, and very frustrating, especially considering all the Stars positions we're sitting on right now. Had a chance to buy out of some of those and maybe hedge a little bit. Instead, decided to just go even further all in and add more on the Stars series prices. So, I'm feeling good this morning. Yeah.
And Alex, you're kind of in a similar position here, aren't you, with Dallas futures and Dallas bets that you were looking at?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just, to see a team, it's one thing if you have positions on a team and they just get outclassed and outplayed and it's quality hockey and they just happen to lose, you just have to take that on the chin and deal with that. But when you used to have a team that had played so well leading up to this point in Dallas, and then all of a sudden, to get rattled off of that, it's like I said, especially that game 2 loss, that's what we saw spill over into all of game 3. That frustration early in the contest, and rather than saying, hey, you know what, we're back at home, let's try to shift things our own way, they just tried to take that frustration out on Vegas early, and it cost them everything at this point. Giving up the goal early and then having that stupid penalty happen, getting 2 more goals, except and then the injuries, everything just spilled over, and rather than them taking that energy and making it positive in their favor, they just gave all the momentum in the world to Vegas, and I don't see where this series goes past Game 4 at this point. It seems like Dallas is pretty much toast.
Well, we got 2 series here, down 3-0. Is there any shot that either one of these teams comes back, in your opinions, and has any shot of overcoming this 3-0 hole that they're in?
No. These are too sweet for me.
If you had to pick one, I would give Carolina a very small chance. Dallas, I can't see a world in which Vegas loses 4 straight. Florida is still only as good as Bobrovsky is. And, if they can find a way to solve, obviously much easier said than done. But you can't just sit there and be like, oh, well, we're getting goalied. I mean, you got to find a way to beat these guys, right? Obviously. And, if they're not going to be able to persevere and push through that, then this won't be a series. But there's a pathway there to where the Canes can do it. I mean, they have been the better team pretty much this entire series, especially within 60 minutes. They've, easily could be up 3-0 if you just look at, regulation time for all those games. Bobrovsky standing on his head, fair enough. If you can't find a way past these guys, then you deserve to lose. I'm not just going to say that Florida's getting lucky, but there is a pathway at least to Carolina coming back in this series. I don't think that they will necessarily, but it wouldn't be a shock. Whereas if Dallas came back and Dallas even won 2 games, it would be a shock to me. like an absolute shock.
Right. Well, if you're looking to bet on any type of series comeback, the best place that you can do so, even if you're just looking to base prices off of, would be at the Pinnacle Sportsbook, as Pinnacle is the world's sharpest sportsbook and available to bettors in Ontario. You can find out what professional bettors have known for decades. Pinnacle is where the best bettors play. You must be 19 plus in Ontario. Please play responsibly. Not available in the US. We'll look at the games for the game for tonight. We'll break down the odds and see if there's any best bets that we have as well. If you're in the chat and you have any bets that you're looking for, please make sure to fire away. You can ask, you can tell us what you're looking at, you can tell us where you're kind of wondering if we have any opinions on. We'll see if we can get to those. We will try to answer them in real time here today on the show as well. If you haven't hit subscribe already here to the Edgebreak HQ YouTube channel, now would be a perfect time to do so. So hit that subscribe button, hit like, but let's get into the game for tonight. First and foremost, we'll look at the money line before moving across to the total or any player props if you guys have any of those. Currently, right now, we're looking at the Carolina Hurricanes minus 103. They are on the road here tonight, but priced as the dog here against Florida, looking to avoid elimination. Moretto, is this kind of where you thought this might be for tonight's game? Is this short of where it should be? Like, what are your thoughts on the initial price that we're facing here tonight?
It's so like tough to price it, because you have to, like, how much credit do you give to Bobrovsky and how much do you upgrade the Panthers because of Bobrovsky and how he's playing right now, or do you expect like regression to hit? Like, it's so hard to actually price that accordingly. I think that, you know, if you're considering a large sample for Bobrovsky, then I mean, I'm betting Carolina tonight. But like, if you think if you think Bobrovsky's going to keep blacking out the way he's been, then like it's kind of hard to put your money on the Canes. So like, I don't know. I'm on Carolina here because I want to lose money on them one more time before their season is over, because I haven't lost enough on their series, and you know, almost every game in this series that I bet them. So yeah, I'm on the Canes. Minus 103, minus 105. That's fine. Hopefully they can find a way past Bobrovsky. Like, they're getting good goaltending themselves too. You know, I mean, one of these times, maybe the coin flip goes their way. I don't feel the most confident in it, obviously, but I'm betting it at this price.
How far would you be looking to go on this price on Carolina here on the money line? Like, currently sitting at minus 103, but people watch this back later. You listen to this on podcasts. Maybe they pull up their BetStamp app and you see that it's moved past minus 103. How far would you be willing to go on it?
I mean, I wouldn't say there's a ton of wiggle room. I wouldn't like to bet it past 105, especially because it's pretty widely available at 105 right now. That's probably like the extent of where I'd go.
All right. So we will lock this in here at minus 103 for the show here, and we'll recap these all later once we're finished all of our picks today. But Alex, in terms of a money line, is there a side that you would be interested in getting behind here? What do you think about the prices? Like, where are you at when you saw that where this one opened up?
Yeah, when it opened at minus $1.10 yesterday, that's the price I grabbed with Florida. And it's funny because now we're seeing $1.15, $1.20. It's kind of hit my cutoff point too. Like, this is it's a perfectly priced game. Like, it's a pick 'em spot, and you know, if you like one side or the other, yeah, basically just try to get the better of the price. So that's the way to work that out. But I think Florida can close this out. See, Carolina hasn't played horribly; they've just been outplayed. You know, it's been close hockey, and like I said, Bobrovsky has been playing out of his mind right now. He's been the X factor, and like I said, even if he has a down game, I think the way that Florida's playing just as a whole, they could sustain that. He could give up 2 or 3 goals, and they still would have the energy to fight back. So right now, I just all the momentum in the world seems to be with the Florida Panthers, and that's the team I think is going to close it out. I think they're going to take care of business and sweep. So.
You think that even if Bobrovsky has a game where he falters a little bit and lets in a couple more goals, that this Carolina team's not going to be kind of smelling blood in that situation, be able to pounce on that?
Not necessarily. I think they said it'll be back and forth, but I think just their body language and just the fact that they've kind of regressed back to this is the issue we thought could potentially see with Carolina, right? Heading into the playoffs with Svechnikov being out and all the different injuries, we were wondering if that offense would kind of go cold the way that it did at different times in the last month and a half of the regular season. They were able to kind of weather the storm against the Islanders team, who they don't have much offense themselves. And now, get to this point and have that offense completely fall off the table right now. Yeah, I don't see where just as a whole they rally back. I think they seem to be kind of defeated just by their body language, the way that they played that game 3. So I think Florida, like I said, has all the momentum right now, and even a subpar Florida game should still get them another win.
All right, fair enough. Now, Moretto, we lock in the money line price there on Carolina Hurricanes, but if you're going to look across at the total, currently sitting at 5.5, and now you look at the over, plus 105, best price available, minus 116 on the unders, the best price available. Just based on goaltending play that we've seen out of these guys and stuff, it feels like the 5.5 makes sense. We're sitting in the playoffs here. These are kind of where we've gotten to, especially as it's gone along further, where it's just basically sitting in at 5.5 each game. But seeing the plus money on the over 5.5, you think, is there any way that you might be interested in that side, or how would you kind of base the total in this game and where the prices are right now?
It's so crazy, but I would lean to the over here plus money. I don't mind it. I kind of like it actually, which is just asking for more pain when Bobrovsky, pitches another 40 save shutout. But I think that we've seen a lot of offense generated from the Hurricanes in this series. And I think that there's, every reason to believe that oh my God, continue. Jesus, that's can continue. I think that I think they can find a way through. It's just whether or not Bobrovsky keeps making all these saves. And again, do you want to bet Carolina and the over? That's just asking for some pain here, because just how this whole series has played out. But I do think there's value in the plus 105s on those over 5.5s. I mean, Florida's not generating a ton, but this seems like a situation where Carolina has to throw everything they can at Bobrovsky. They just have to throw everything they can to try and solve them, get traffic in front of the net, get a ton of bodies forward, aggressively forecheck, whether that leaves them a little bit exposed maybe for Florida to create a little bit more than they did last game. Then they're 0.5 expected goals at 5-on-5. They did nothing. It was basically one-way traffic outside of that power play. So, are you going to get enough of a contribution from Florida? Can Bobrovsky be solved? I'm not going to bet the over 5.5, but it is a very strong lead for me at plus money.
And Alex, where do you kind of sit on the total right now?
If I would wait, honestly, if I like the over, wait and grab either a bigger plus price of 5.5, or even try to look for a 4.5 potentially, and then go from there. If we do see offense, spark in this game, I think it's going to be later in the contest, the second and the third period, especially the third period. If we don't see any scoring in the first couple periods, now you're opening a door. You can grab the third period over pregame right now. I'm seeing over 2 plus 100 over at BetMGM, but that number could keep crawling down, and now all of a sudden you got a situation where it's 1-0. Florida, Carolina's just going to keep that net empty. Now all of a sudden it can be 2-0, 3-0. And open the door there. So I would definitely lean toward overs, but I think you might have some time to grab a better, value and maybe even a better number if you wait and bet it in.
All right, so far, best bet that we're looking at here tonight, only one, but we're looking at the Carolina Hurricanes minus 103 money line here, full unit on that one. Is there any other way that you guys would be looking to play this game here tonight, whether it be live stuff that you're going to get involved in, or there player props that you're looking at ahead of time? Alex, we know you're big into the draw season. Any thoughts on that here tonight, or is there anything else that you guys might be looking to attack?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see draw season here again. I mean, it's been that way most of the conference finals, but I think now we're starting to see these teams really split apart and finish things off. So I think if you like Florida, you could take a shot with them in regulation as well.
All right, Moretto getting behind Bobrovsky saves again here tonight.
No, because I hope he gets lit up like a Christmas tree. Just once. Just once. Just give me one. Florida can close out in game 5. That's fine. Just give me one here.
Fair enough. All right, well, that's going to do it for today's show. I do appreciate everyone who tuned in here today. If you guys are looking to sign up for new sports books, please make sure to go over to betstamp.app/edgework. You can find that in the description of this video. You can find it in the description of the podcast as well. You can just type that into your bar there, www.betstamp.app/edgework. Any of the sports books that pop up there, you can flip and change the province, the state that you're living in, and you sign up for any of those. It does help support the show as well. Make sure to check out the BetStamp app, because the easiest way to improve as a sports bettor is by using multiple sports books and always getting the best odds. We recommend using an odds comparison tool like BetStamp to do so. BetStamp compares odds across every sports book for games, futures, and player props. You can save time and money by checking BetStamp before you bet. Make sure to download the app today. You can find that in iOS, Android, as well as on the web. And make sure to go over and check out betstamp.app/edgework to sign up for any new sports books that you guys might be looking for. It does help support the show. But Alex, thank you guys for taking the time to do this. I'm sorry that the Stars are in the position that they're in right now. I as well have some Stars futures, so I'm right there with you. That is, it's a frustrating one to have to watch go down. I will ask you guys this before we go. Actually, Jamie Benn pulls that little maneuver off last night. He gets kicked out of the game. Alex, I'll go to you first. Do you see a suspension coming? What is the discipline coming to Jamie Benn from this?
I think he gets a game. I think they announced that he has an in-person hearing, or he's got a hearing, whatever. I think he'll get a game out of this for sure. There's no way you can give Pietrangelo a game and not give Benn a game.
Yeah, that
Is
makes
a cap out at a game?
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah,
Okay.
one game and a big fine, probably.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. There you go. Thank you guys for doing this here today. I appreciate you taking the time. Hopefully things turn around for you there, Moretto, in terms of at least your serious prices on the Canes. Maybe we could get something back. Maybe they pull off a miracle. But to everyone in the chat, thank you guys so much for tuning in here today. We will see you all back here tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, for more picks and previews. Enjoy the games tonight, and good luck on your bets.